Online dating sucks kasi may makikilala ka online, tas magkakaroon kayo ng meaningful conversation, tas mafo-fall ka sa kanya and nahihiya kang ipakilala siya or ikwento sa mga kaibigan mo kasi nga sa online mo siya nakilala. And those people are still expecting you to meet someone and fall in love through a traditional way. Gustuhin man natin magkaroon ng date through traditional way like meeting someone accidentally or randomly at a coffee shop or through a referral from a friend. Pero kasi we rarely get those occasions and opportunities. And some of us resort to online dating to optimize our options and to expose ourselves into the dating life. Pero kasi talagang merong skepticism and there are downsides, a list of downsides when you go through online dating. Kasi it really sucks, you guys, to be honest. You have to be really patient and you really need to develop a character when you can adapt to the behaviors of people online, and you need to have that confidence and that courage to put yourself out there to meet someone online hindi mo pa nakikilala, with the feeling that you might be taken advantage of, or that they will use information against you, or that it might not work. Whatever the reason is, I'm here to give you advices and tips on how to optimize your online dating skills. At the same time, I'm going here to tell you like stories and the truths as to why online dating sucks. Hi everyone, this is VK and welcome to the Art of Validation podcast. And pag-uusapan natin sa episode na to is something that you can relate. And if you are in this generation, alam na alam nyo to. This is everything about online dating and why it sucks. So, if baguhan ka or if you're so used to online dating, we're going to tell stories and share a lot of topics and issues about online dating, and of course, my personal experience. Kasi I'm trying to be hopeful, you guys. I'm trying to be hopeful with online dating kasi yun yung medium ko and my method of dating as of now. Kasi, guys, I'm an introverted person. I'm very shy. I rarely go out. And, let alone have a proper conversation with someone through public, and have a proper conversation with someone like a stranger. Pero kasi, sa totoo lang, ang hirap. Ang hirap magkaroon ng genuine connection sa online dating, knowing for the fact that people can easily dispose you, people can easily swipe onto the next, and people can have multiple dates at once. Which for me, wala namang problema as long as that you communicate that you are in an open relationship. Pero kasi, tayo, iba sa atin, like me, I have that traditional view and I'm a hopeless romantic thinking na kapag may nakilala ka, whether it be hindi man kayo or kayo na, you should be, monogamous all throughout. If you date someone, you should only date one person at a time. So may genuine connection pa ba sa online dating? So there are several issues when we say or when we tackle about concerns about online dating. So example is catfishing. Someone is pretending in pictures, and someone who is not in the pictures that they show online, which is really scary. Like, I don't know why people uses other people's photos to, well, they might like they want to hide their identity, or they're not really proud of who they are, but that is a crime. Catfishing is a crime, and that is punishable by law. And that happens for a lot of people. And you have to really find someone who's really authentic. Kung sino sila, kung ano yung photos nakikita mo, dapat yun talaga sila. That is why, for me personally, if you don't have any plans of going out on a date, we have to make a video call, or just, a quick call, so that, we can verify na ikaw talaga to. Another one na issues when it comes to online dating is leaking some nudes. That is like, I fear that this activity has been normalized in the social media, where especially if the nudes and the saucy pictures came from a very popular person, and just people was just like posting na sino yung may pictures ni ganito ni ganyan, as just it's just like very normal, and that's just like so creepy. If you are you know if you are watching this, and um if you are hearing this, please don't contribute to that, to that culture where you can leak and watch and ask for other people's photos, especially if it's really private, such as nudes. Kasi you don't know the damage that it could do the person. As much as possible, just prevent it. Or the third one, ghosting. Okay, another issue is ghosting, which is really rampant. I don't care what excuses you have. I don't care if you feel like you've lost connection with someone, but you don't ghost them just because you realize something. Be mature enough to tell kung saan sila nagkamali so that they could do better. Be mature enough to admit that you have changed your mind, because they would rather get hurt by honesty rather than leaving them, you know, so quickly without even a news or without even communicating as to why you left them. They deserve an explanation. Totoo naman, they deserve whatever reason that you have. You do not ghost the person because the damage that it could do to their psychological health. Kahit hindi man naging kayo or naging kayo man, you have to have the decency of explaining things so that they could do better. So alam nila kung saan sila nagkamali, or may nasabi ba sila, or you were turned off by them. They deserve that truth, because people rather get hurt by the truth than figure things out on their own. Okay, so ilan lamang yan sa mga issues na ma-encounter natin if you are in online dating. I'm sure you still have other issues that you have in mind. So here is my opinion about courtship. Okay? Courtship is really important in when you start to date someone. Kasi you're trying to get to know the person, and you should be making an effort in trying to get to know the person. And that includes you are sticking to the routine, the conversation. You need to stick up with, the time of the day where you talk to one another, and allocating like just a really brief amount of time to reply and update them. For me, that is courting, and that is maintaining a level of quality courtship. Kasi sa courtship, I think that includes your talking stage, the quality of conversation, the quality of effort that you are putting on this courtship and on this talking stage, so that the person would know that they are actually investing to someone that's really worthy of their time. Kasi ang pangit, or like for me, it's really a turn off if you are investing to someone who's just like doing the bare minimum, and who's just like missing the routine, or is not committing to the smaller plans, because you cannot make bigger plans to someone who cannot commit to the smaller plans, right? So courtship is really important for you to get to know the person if they have a level of commitment dun pa lang sa mga maliliit na bagay, so that you can progress from there. Yung mga bagay to look out if you are getting into online dating. Number one, the swipe culture. Let's talk about the swipe culture, okay? Alam mo yung feeling na you're just endlessly swiping left or right, tapos parang wala kang nafe-feel na tunay na connection. Parang nasa tindahan ka, tapos lahat ng tao naka-display lang. It's super impersonal, na kumbaga parang nagsha-shopping ka for people. 'Di ba? We have lost that authenticity and that effort of getting to know someone, kasi sa online dating, and sa experience ko and sa experience ng mga taong kilala ko, the moment that the person find flaw sa'yo, they will proceed on to the next and swipe on to the next. We've lost that effort of trying to get to know the person and their other sides, kasi we make a judgment, like a really poor judgment, out of their one singular flaw, which for me it's a bit unrealistic, kasi we understand that it's online and you have options. Pero kasi for me, it's like a decency if you really put an effort in getting to know the person, not just from their profile, not just from their photos, or from their first impression that they made. You really need to make an effort in getting to know the person. like getting them on the first few dates. Another issue is the lack of effort of actually putting information on your profile sa online dating. Kasi that is important for the person to judge who you are basing on the first impression of your profile, for the first glance that they can make sa profile mo. Like your hobbies, your interest, who you are, ano yung work mo, like any information that's, that you feel is essential for the person to know. Make an effort in putting those sa profile mo. And it will increase your chance of actually finding someone that's suitable to you. Kasi algorithm din yung method ng online dating, right? It will connect you to a person who's, you have initial compatibilities with. Another issue sa online dating is yung tinatawag na breadcrumbing. Alam mo yung papaasahin ka, bibigyan ka ng motibo as if na special ka. Pero the next day, hindi na magbibigay ng updates. Yung tipong parang inaakit ka lang, bibigyan ka ng kakarampot na atensyon para hindi mo sila makalimutan. Yun yung delikado kasi nako-confuse ka kung itutuloy mo ba or hindi. Pero tinutuloy mo pa rin kasi nga confused ka and gusto mong malaman kung magiging consistent tong tao na to. Pero ito yung balita. Itong tao na to is hindi seryoso and hindi alam kung anong gagawin sa'yo kasi yung taong seryoso, makikita mo and mafe-feel mo sa courting stage pa lang. Yun yung taong deserve mo. Another reason as to why online dating sucks, it's because ang daming fakers. Ang daming peke na may meke ng profile, like fake photos, fake information, fake everything. Maraming catfish, yung gumagamit ng ibang pictures na hindi naman sila or masyadong edited photos. Here's the thing, I'm not against edited photos as a form of enhancement, but as a form of alteration to the point na hindi na ikaw yan, na kapag nakita ka ng tao in person, they wouldn't believe na ikaw yan. Or they will be shocked because you are using a different picture. Another concern sa online dating is commitment issues are everywhere. Okay, kasi many people in the online dating world don't want to commit. Kasi nga, ang daming options. It's like they are thinking and they are saying to themselves, bakit ako magsisettle down kung pwede pa akong mag-swipe ulit at makahanap ng better match? And that is a trap. Sa lahat ng mga issues na yon and concerns about online dating, I still wanna let you know na may pag-asa pa, guys. Meron pang pag-asa because some people actually disclosed and shared that they actually found the one through online dating. Here's the thing. Again, online conversations should be temporary. At some point, you need to decide to go out and take your conversation and make it into real-time or in-person conversation for you to judge the person, for you to judge the courting stage with them, and for you to judge if you can proceed this conversation into a relationship. Let's not be totally pessimistic about it. Kasi meron namang nagwo-work and it's just like it's an effort and we need to really be patient about the people we met online. So tip number 1 is know what you want. Kung seryoso ka, be clear about it from the start. Huwag kang magsettle sa mga paasa. Okay? Pag nagde-date ka, online man or hindi, always communicate your intentions. Ano bang gusto mo sa dating? What's your approach in dating people? So that the person can actually know kung ano yung mga expectations mo. And for you to also know their expectations. Because if you're talking to someone who doesn't know their intentions, most of the time they will be inconsistent with their actions. They will rely with their emotions and their desires sa'yo and not with their intentions. And we want someone who matches our intentions, our basic intentions, and our basic expectations pag nagde-date. And tip number 2 is take the time to actually get to know someone beyond their profile. Ask meaningful questions. So ito yung sinasabi ko na try to get to know more of the person before you could actually proceed on to the next one. Kasi hindi ka talaga makaka-establish if you keep on swiping right, swiping left. So you will not establish a long-term conversation and long-term relationship if you keep doing that. Tip number 3 is trust your instincts kapag nagkikipag-usap ka sa isang tao kasi they might say or they may behave in a way that's really sketchy, especially if you have been betrayed before, if nasaktan ka na before. You would know that sometimes you are encountering the same familiar behaviors. It's like a pattern that's been confronting you. So you need to challenge those gut instincts and as much as possible, communicate to the person. Communicate what bothers you and try to know and assess if they are as open as you. Kasi if they are not really the type of a person who communicates honesty, who communicates their good intentions, then it's probably because they are something to not be trusted of. And for my last tip, you guys, always be patient. Pagdating sa online dating kasi sabi nga nila, it's not for the faint of heart. There are several occasions pagdating sa online dating app that the people there will make you question about your self-worth. People there will make you feel disposable. Yung tipong na you already talked to this person, you have built this routine, you have this amazing conversation with them, meron na kayong planong magkita next week or next day, then boom, they just decided that they have changed their minds. And some of them won't even disclose it. Some of them won't even tell you that they already met someone through online then. And that is something that you really need to be careful and you really need to develop a skill where you don't allow those encounters affect or hurt you in a way kasi it's their own preferences. So kapag na-address mo na yung mga issues na yun and you want to get into online dating because you're curious and you want to try it out for yourself, ito yung mga mapapayo ko in terms of the questions that you can ask someone or mga startup conversation. Number one, what are you here for? There are two responses that is most likely to happen. Number one, the person might say, because I'm bored. Or another way of answering it, the person might say, I'm here because I'm looking for a long-term relationship. The first one, they are using social apps because they're bored. They're using dating apps because they're bored. Because first and foremost, if you're bored, you should not date. You should not date people just because you're bored. Alam mo ba yung ibig sabihin ng dating? That is an activity of getting to know the person who you might fall in love with and get into a serious relationship. Pag nabobored ka and you are lonely, don't use dating as an outlet to get companion because some people are looking for a partner and not companion. Another is if the person says na they are looking for a long-term relationship or even they might say na I'm looking for friends as long as that they are aware of their intentions and that they are actually self-aware of what they are here for. So online dating, be with the person, reach out to the person, build a conversation to that person because those are the people that we want who knows their intentions when it comes to dating, whether it be online man or in-person dating, as long as that they know that they are serious about their intentions, it's important to find someone who not only likes you, not only desires you, not only have feelings for you, but is actually intentional in trying to get to know you. And those are the people most likely that we will develop a relationship with. So kapag nahanap mo na yung mga taong open and self-aware about their intentions when it comes to dating, be with that person, build a conversation with them, and just expect that it could lead to somewhere more serious. Another question is, are you comfortable sharing your social media platforms? Okay? Personally, I ask this question because I don't want to get stuck in one app Kasi I'd like to get to know the person in, variety in other platforms, or I'm trying to get to know what they do in life. And this is the modern age. You can get to know the person not only from what they're sharing, but actually who they are online. And there's no problem if they don't share it. It's just like for me, it's my personal preference as a way to like feel safe and secure. Kasi alam nyo ba, there are instances na hindi mo alam na yung kinakausap mo sa online, taken pala. Nangyari sa akin to. I've I've decided to date someone. Hindi naman date kaagad na like serious dating. It's just like I asked or we both agreed that magmi-meet up kami for coffee. Then next thing I know, yung girlfriend tumatawag sa akin. Ganyan. Okay, sino to? Ganyan, ganyan. And I did not know that. I was so freaked out, mortified even with the situation kasi this is the reality of online dating. There is an instance or a chance that the person that you're talking to, if you don't share other social media accounts for you to judge one another, there's a possibility that they might be taken. Hindi, there is a chance that it can happen sa'yo. So, try as much as asking if they are comfortable sharing other social media platforms kasi it's a way for us to feel safe. Another question that you can ask someone, what were your experiences here sa online dating? Kasi asking that question will help us know if matagal na sila or baguhan pa lang sa online dating. Wala namang masama if matagal na sila sa online dating or sa paggamit ng mga apps. It might be that they are also having a hard time finding a relationship because it can be hard, to be honest. But there is one assumption na kapag matagal na yung tao sa online dating, they might be into swipe culture. There is an assumption that they might date multiple people in one occasion. For the last question that you can ask someone, especially if it's getting there, if it's getting better, kapag nagkakagustuhan na kayo, should ask more serious questions like, paano kapag nag-workout tayo? Will you lock me in? Will you lock me in? Will you surrender your other options? Will you become loyal to our conversation? Kasi asking those questions is a way for us to find out if loyal ba yung tao. Kasi at some point, kapag nagkakagustuhan na kayo, kapag nagkakaseryosohan na, you need to put that into a test. Go out on a date. Be more serious. Have a progress and a build up. You need to put that into a test. Online dating sucks. Pero, at the end of this episode, I want you to remember na just because you're talking online doesn't mean that there's no chance or possibility that you can actually meet the person and have a real relationship with them. Because you can. As long as that you chase after your intentions, be patient, you know, be intentional. If you want to build a relationship out of online dating, remember three C's. Okay? Number one, chemistry. Number two, compatibility. And number three, commitment. Chemistry is your initial attraction and your conversation with the person. Compatibility being nagmamatch ba yung values nyo. And number three, the most important one, commitment. Are they actually intentional in terms of dating? Are they willing to have a relationship with you? Are they willing to be committed with you? Because it's a general and a universal feeling if you can feel chemistry with someone. But if they don't want to have commitment with you, then just leave it there. You deserve someone who matches your intentions and idea of commitment. And that is still possible, whether it be in person or online dating, as long as that you chase after your intentions, not your desires. Please follow me on my social media accounts and usap tayo. DM me if you'd like to share something and if you'd like to suggest something. Feel free. Like and follow for more.